a closer look. The first thing that you'll notice is that the short film is included in its entirety in the app, and that's really great to be able to watch it here, especially because there's so many other ways that you can interact with the short as well. All right, and the next thing you're going to notice is that the storybook is included. Now, the storybook really is the physical book that you could buy for La Luna that shows all the great storyboards that Enrico created. Now, the one thing that you'll also notice is that in the upper right-hand corner, there's a little magnifying glass, and each time you click that, it'll show you the final frame of how that storyboard translated to the final frame from the movie. And then once you click into the book, the app can read to you if you'd like.
One quiet, starry night. A boy set out to sea
and then if you click that, the microphone, the little yellow microphone below after the last line, that'll stop reading to you. But it's great to be able to see all the different storyboards and drawings that Enrico came up with. Now, the interactive video is really a combination of the short film and the storybook itself, and I'll show you how that kind of works. So let me just skip forward to here to where Bambino is receiving his hat.
The gift was a hat. But Grandpa and Papa couldn't agree on how the boy should wear it.
So after you hear how Grandpa and Papa couldn't agree how the boy should wear it, you'll see that little downward swipe, and as soon as you do that, it'll take you to the next phase of the story there, and it'll show it kind of, again, pauses it as the book goes. Really, really cool to see how that works. But the real gem of the app comes in the behind the scenes, and here's where I was talking about that you can see the beautiful storyboards and the maquettes and all that. So let's take a look right into the storyboards. Now, the storyboards are really neat. They break it up into 3 different scenes. I won't show you all of them to ruin the app because you definitely need to purchase this and dig through each one of the storyboards. And I'm just tapping on each one of those to advance them. And you can see that that's the opening scene where we see Bambino in the boat going across for the introduction. And there's 2 other scenes that are included in there. Fantastic to be able to dig in and really get the richness of those watercolors. So the next one is actually talking about some of the maquettes. And these are just so neat to be able to see that you can turn these around in 360 degrees and get all the different angles of the characters. Really, really neat. And then they have some final renderings as well. This one of the shed is my favorite because as you turn it around, the door opens and you can see all their tools. And then if you turn it around again, the door closes. Really, really, really neat. And then the next section, the sound design, is actually my favorite by far. Really cool to show this. Let's just watch this real quick. Okay, and you can see that, and you go, what the heck is that? You'll see in the clip to the right now, where I'll click this, you can see how that noise is implemented. Yeah, so did you hear the similarity there? That's right when the giant star crashes into the moon. How cool is that to be able to see that, how they created it? So there's a couple others to watch there. Really, really neat to see the sound design. Then you can also look into the visual design for the app as well. And here you're going to see some amazing work from Enrico, from Robert Kondo, Daniela Streleva. In fact, I really like her work with the shed and all the details that you can see in that picture in the upper right again with the door open. You can see some of that great, how the stars that are on the ground are affecting the door on the inside, how it's lighter and warmer tones on the bottom there, and then you get that crossboard and the shadow showing that uplighting being in that yellow and the bluey purple color right there. Really, really neat. And then again, I'll just show you one more of Robert Kondo's of the amazing star details. How cool is that? So again, I don't want to spoil anything, but this is definitely an app that you need to check out, and it all kind of comes together with the really neat progression reel. And how this works is you can watch the film in its entirety in the animatic from the storyboards, in the rough animation, and then the final animation. So I'll click the first one here, and you can see the storyboards as they'll progress and go through. And again, you can watch the entire film of storyboards. So you'll see the boat coming across. Now if I click for the rough animation to come in, you can see that on the right-hand side. And then as it keeps going, you can click for the final animation to come in as well. And once the final animation comes in, now you'll see that on the right and the rough animation on the left. Really, really neat. I can't recommend this app enough. Like we said, we could only wish that this was made for every single Pixar short to get this behind-the-scenes look that we don't typically see for the short films. Really, really great. Well, anyway, signing off as usual, that's TJ from PixarPost.com. Be sure to stay tuned to PixarPost.com all week for the latest Pixar news.